Morning, YouTube. So today we're going to make a quick video, but I wanted to discuss for a few minutes. I did do an original video on the Whoop strap, and today I wanted to talk about why I canceled my Whoop strap subscription. That's a tongue twister right there. And again, I'm not bashing Whoop. I still think they make a good product, but I just want to explain why I am no longer using it, and give you some pros and cons. So, anyways, let's get started. So, number one, on the pro side, I still think that the Whoop strap itself provides lots of useful information. But I also think, on the flip side, to play devil's advocate, I think that your Garmin, your Suunto, your Coros, your Wahoo, whatever watches you're using, whatever heart rate straps or heart rate straps you're using, I believe they're all also providing valuable information. While this does provide some interesting information around sleep and some other things, there's also some other companies out there that are starting to dabble in that as well. Your Fitbits, all of those provide lots of useful information. The key at the end of the day is, are you using all of that information, right? Is it worth another $30 a month to track that information? And again, I think that's a personal choice. I think some of that information is actually very valuable information. Not saying that I wouldn't use some of it. I did use some of it, and I thought some of it was very useful. For me, it's a functionality piece, right? So if you're like me, you've got a gym subscription that you use. I have some place to go swim, some place to go lift weights. I also have a Zwift or a Sufferfest for biking. I've got or running if you like to run on the treadmill on Zwift. I've got lots of different subscriptions that I use, and at the end of the day, that's just another $30 out there when there's also lots of good information, right? I have a power meter on my bike on the Zwift. I have a stride pod on my shoes. There's all this technology, and at the end of the day, I got a heart rate strap that I wear when I'm biking and when I'm running. At the end of the day, does all of this information make my training better? And for me, no, it didn't. Again, it got to a point where it was really just too much information flowing in. Good information, but too much, right? For what I needed it to be. So that's one of the reasons why I canceled the subscription. The other piece, and honestly, the piece that for me broke the camel's back, was these straps. So in the short period of time that I had my Whoop, I think I had it for 6 months, I went through 3 straps, and all 3 of them stretched out and got to a point that I was constantly cinching it down on my wrists, When I was swimming, it would start to loosen up and move around, so I'd have to tighten it up again. It kind of just became a nuisance. And on top of the $30 a month that you're spending, approximately, 3 straps over 6 months, approximately every 2 months I was buying another $20 or $30 strap, depending on which one you picked. There's even more expensive ones. So at the end of the day, I think it's a very good product. But until you can get to a point where either sell this for whatever you want to sell it for, like a watch, $300, $200, and then offer an app to accompany it, or make it to $30 a month and put a strap on this thing that's not going to wear out. Because to me, that just gets to a point where it's kind of just absurd. So again, I'm not bashing Whoop. I think it's a great product. Do I think they could sell this like a watch? at $300 with just a really good app that accompanies and gives you all the information. Yeah, do I think as many people would fork out $300 for something that just looks like something that sits on your wrist? There's people that would do it. There's people that probably would be hesitant. If you're like me, you tried it out because it was a $30 a month thing and you didn't really have to pay for this up front. But again, that accumulates, and at the end of the day, still becomes a lot of money. Or I think the alternative is that you charge $30 a month, and maybe you charge $50 to purchase it up front, but you put a better strap on it, something that's going to last. And then if people want to change it, they can change it based on desire to put a different looking strap on or whatever the case is, not out of necessity because it keeps stretching. So to me, that's really where the frustration and the functionality part of it came for me. So again, might not get a lot of fans. I know Whoop is making a big name for themselves right now. They just sponsored CrossFit. So, and listen, good for them. And hopefully I don't upset too many people with this opinion. But again, it's just my opinion. So on that note, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, let YouTube know that you like watching my content. And until next time, stay healthy, find your happy, and seek to inspire. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day.